You're listening to the Sans Pants Network.
Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Plumbing the Death Star. I'm Joel.
I'm Jackson.
And I'm also Joel.
Plumbing the Death Star is a comedy pop culture podcast that asks the important questions, like, why would you interview a vampire?
Say,
I'm an old guy who was a dead guy and now is an alive guy that makes other guys dead guys or fake dead guys.
Or even worse, I'm not even that old. I'm a new guy. Now I can't die maybe, and I haven't seen the sun for a while.
It would stink to become a vampire. I guess you become a vampire now, you're like, I get to see the future.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Is that exciting? You get to see the future now.
Up to a point.
Up to a point. But also you get to see the future without aging.
Yeah.
But you only get to see the future at night.
Well, I can wear a hat.
I mean, you can. Sunscreen.
Sunscreen.
Does that help?
Well, it depends on the vampire.
Yeah.
Some vampires, yes. In the Blade film, Stephen Dorff, he wears a helmet that keeps out the shade. Nope, the sun keeps out the shade. Enhances the sun.
It obliterates him.
Yeah.
Frostbite!
I can be like if I was gonna be a vampire.
Yeah.
So the benefit of being a vampire that I can see is that you get to live forever.
Yeah.
And I get to see the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
At night.
Well, no,
and-
but then I was thinking what I could do is I just like constantly wear like a gimp suit. Then I can go out in the sun.
Well, you can't because the gimp suit still has eye and mouth holes.
I wear completely covering up every.
Oh yeah, you don't.
I don't need
Vampires
to
do need
breathe,
to breathe.
baby. I do need to see.
Yeah.
Well, you don't. You just won't
Yeah.
see the future. You'll be there.
Oh, sunglasses.
Sunglasses. Yeah, I got sunglasses.
And make sure
built
you
in.
got the UV protection.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what about through the top?
They're like sewn into my hood, dude. They're
Actually,
They're sewn into it?
Yeah.
What about, so you could say get like a bit of cloth, whatever, to wrap around those
Yeah.
UV things. Just staple it to your forehead.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
What if I replace my eyes with UV glass?
Well, because then you can't see.
Dude.
I'm smelling the future.
But then also, and this is a bold claim.
Smells like flying cars in here.
Dude.
And they're like, no.
No.
What if I replaced my eyes? Dude.
Okay, tear out my eyes.
Yeah.
Step one.
Blind.
Blind.
Yeah.
Can still smell and taste the future that's coming and feel and hear. Then we reach a certain point.
Okay, how are you covering the rest of your face?
Oh, the gimp suit.
So you're not smelling anything except leather.
My nose is exposed. The holes
No.
are exposed.
If the holes,
The
are,
holes are exposed. That the sun comes from the top down.
if you look up, you're fucked.
Why is he
I'll
looking
never
up?
look up.
He's got no
Oh yeah,
eyes.
that's true.
That's so funny. I'm doing this to see a flying car. I feel one go over the top of me. No.
Or you could if you're blind and you want to look up, it's
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Or you go
that-
up on an incline and you don't realize. Oh no.
Well, I
Yeah.
feel the incline and just have to tilt my head down.
Yeah, I guess.
And then I wait until science, I take this sort of cryogenic freezing approach. I wait until science is advanced enough that they could give me new eyes that are not biological.
So when you're making an appointment, usually with like places, they tend to be open 9 to 5.
Yeah.
well,
I guess
say,
you could do like a teleconference.
yeah, I say, I'm a vampire. I say, over my time being alive, I've accumulated fabulous wealth.
How?
And also here's
I just assume it'll happen.
At what point did you pluck out your eyes?
Instantly.
also I would say that being a vampire now, if you get made a vampire now, you're actually going to have less money than a regular person as you age because the money you earn now is going to be worth jack shit in 20 years.
Yeah, that's true. If you're a vampire in the Middle Ages or whatever, you can accumulate jewels and
jewels and gold.
Yeah.
Well, now it's
property.
like, hey, there's $20 from 2021.
Yeah.
That's worth $5 in 2040.
Well, I guess it's all about compound interest,
Yeah.
and hoping that the whole world doesn't collapse societal wise.
Yes, that would be where I'm like flying cars and I'm decapitated in the oil wars.
Because you could take the Futurama approach, where it's like you have a little tiny bit in a
Compound interest.
Yeah.
It compounds over many, many thousands of years. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. But so you might have some wealth.
Do you think the bank would pick up on the fact that I never died?
I think the bank Well, yeah. Also, the banks famously fucking hate giving out money.
Yeah.
Which means that you do the Fry approach, and then you go to the bank to withdraw the money, and they say, "Oh no, we took that money and closed the bank account."
You died,
Yeah,
so we tried to pass it on to your next of kin or whatever, and then you had none.
But we didn't try that hard,
Yeah.
so we just closed
Yeah.
it and kept the money.
No, there's like many accounts out there owned currently by the deceased, and like to close things, you would need to have proof of death, i.e., a death certificate, but you don't have one.
Does that mean
have you stopped using your bank account, like your bank?
I don't
card
need
for
to.
So long? Also, what are you spending money on as
Yeah,
well? Like,
exactly.
'cause food. Wait,
Fine
taste, hang on a
clothes.
second. Taste though. You said taste the future.
Yeah, you don't.
Can you taste the future? Because food is disgusting, right?
I can tell if blood tastes different?
Yes.
But no,
In
because
a
you wouldn't have
way.
tasted blood prior. Oh, you mean
Why
just,
not?
Sorry,
You think I'm good?
I thought you meant from the moment you tear out your eyes, but you mean
No.
you mean
I become a
just
vampire.
going forward.
I eat some blood,
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah.
You know, periodically I eat a guy or whatever. And over time I get to see how blood, how the taste changes.
Okay, that's what you meant. Okay, sorry, I'm catching up.
Why- what
I
did
thought
you
you meant
think
the
I meant?
difference between rat blood and human blood.
I can find that out right
But then-
now.
Yeah,
Because I'm like, well, yeah, because there's proof in a lot of the literature about vampires where people they have turned like, I want to try and keep my humanity.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a rats. Oh, it's
No,
disgusting.
I'm not
I
concerned
hate it.
about my humanity.
So clearly there is a better way of, there's clearly a hierarchy of taste when it comes
Well,
to
what,
vampires.
no,
in terms
what
of
I was thinking is
blood.
like, what's the difference between a 21st century man and a 31st century
yeah.
man?
You
Well,
think you're living for that long without eyes as a vampire that's wandering around the streets during the day in a gimp suit?
Yeah.
You think you're going to live 1,000 years?
I don't think anybody's going to think I'm a vampire.
I think you'll get arrested at some point.
I
and
can spend time in jail.
they'll take
It's
your
not a crime to wear a gimp suit in public.
It depends on how he's acting.
I'm wandering around like, where the hell am I?
Well, then you'll probably get picked up by someone who's worried about your health and
That's
safety.
nice of him.
Yeah, but then they'll take
he's-
off your hood.
Yeah, but he's talking like he's,
I'm like, oh no, I'm fine.
Hey, don't worry about it. I can't see.
Sir, you need to move on. We've had some complaints
Oh,
about
I'll get
you.
out of your hair. Hey, you
Okay.
want to come with me? Actually, could you leave me home? I live in this dark alleyway.
Yeah, I think. How are you attacking? Actually, that's a good question.
Well,
how are you
I'll eat
feeding?
at night.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, you'll eat at night. Yeah, sweet. How?
I'm breaking into people's houses
How are you gonna see the fucking window?
through the sense of touch.
So you can't go in. You haven't been invited.
I get a job as a pizza delivery guy.
How?
Step one.
Where's the pizza
I go up
shop?
to Domino's. I say,
When?
Hello.
How?
I go,
They
they're
are
open at night.
You don't have to wear the gimp suit.
Yeah.
But you have no eyes.
Yeah. Do you know how? Okay.
Cool.
We put you outside the studio now.
I will be a franchise owner of Domino's that you have come into
Okay.
my you've asked me for a job. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll do this. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm John Domino's. I own this Domino's.
My name's
restaurant.
Jackson Bailey. I'm
Yes.
looking to get a job. I'm looking to
That's
apply for a
fair.
job.
Okay. What are your skill sets, sir?
I'm really fast.
I don't. Okay.
I'm extremely tough, which is cool.
Tough. I don't mean to be
Hit me with something.
Sensitive.
Throw a
but
chair at me.
What?
Throw a chair at me. I won't even flinch.
No, I don't think our legal will let me. I just have a quick question. I don't mean to be insensitive.
Yeah, shoot.
But it seems to me you don't currently have eyes.
Very astute. No, I don't.
So when you say you're quick, I understand. I mean, we could maybe find a job for you that doesn't require sight.
Well, I was kind of hoping to be a pizza delivery guy.
No.
Okay.
Is there someone else?
No.
I swear I heard another voice.
What did they say?
Oh my god! I thought I was being interviewed by one guy. Sorry.
Like, all the employees looking in. Guy's got a gimp suit hood around his collar.
Yeah, down here
What
I'm
the
in the gimp suit, skin tight leather.
just hood off. Back off, everyone, leave.
Everyone?
So, no one's
Well,
looking.
here's the thing.
Yeah, here's my manager.
hello.
John Manager.
Hi, I'm John
Hi,
Manager.
pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, that was my employee, John Domino's. You thought that he was named that because he was the
I
franchise
assumed.
owner?
Why am I being demoted? I'm a franchise owner, John Domino's. Now I'm getting like this kind of lip from my. I'm so sorry, sir, that you came in here.
I might try a
as
different
you can,
Domino's.
as you can see, for some, I need to talk. I need to talk to some of my
Well,
employees.
unfortunately-
You know what? Actually, how are you at managing someone? I hear there's a
Excellent.
position opening.
Really good.
I just unfortunately, it's a legal requirement
Right.
to you need a driver's license
Yeah.
to be a delivery driver.
You do need a driver's license to be a delivery driver. However, to be a manager, sure, I have an opening. John Manager, you're fired.
But managing doesn't really suit my needs because I need to be able to go into people's houses.
Delivery
Sorry,
drivers
what?
aren't welcome into people's houses either.
But maybe I
Sorry,
could say, can I
what?
quickly use your bathroom? Is what I was thinking.
Sorry, what?
I need to go into people's houses.
What do you mean?
I just need to do
See,
it.
I don't seem like such a bad manager now, do I?
I just need a job where they let me do that.
Yeah,
Can you think of a job that would let me do that?
door-to-door salesman, I guess.
That's a good idea. Okay, thank you so much. Good luck with whatever this is. I'll see you around.
Walk out
What
the window.
the hell?
Walk into the deep fryer.
Told you I was tough.
This is an awesome Domino's.
Yeah.
They deep fry the whole pizza.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay. Well, then I'll get a job selling, knives door to door.
You
or whatever.
can't, no. There is jobs for people who no longer have vision.
Yeah.
But door-to-door salesman and delivery driver are not
guys,
those.
you're falling over a weird hurdle. He doesn't need the job.
No, I know he
He
doesn't
just
need the
needs to
job.
lie. He just needs to go there.
I'd be like, hello, I'm a door-to-door salesman.
They're like, what are you selling? I'm like, you should.
What?
How are you
Insurance!
How are you this bad at being a vampire?
Also, you took off your shirt in the day. And
Let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in.
I imagined you were doing it in the evening. Well, of course you wouldn't be.
it's
That's
a
not
door-to-door
me.
salesman. The job's not at night.
It's not a nighttime
He
job.
doesn't have the job. He can lie.
No one wants to be bothered during dinner time, dude.
He's not going to get invited in then.
I gotta go during the day.
Yeah, he's going to go during the
I
day.
gotta turn up in my gimp
Okay.
suit. I go like this on the flywire door. Let me in. You want some knives?
I'm a salesman.
I'm a salesman. I got knives in the car. And they say, "Oh, I would like a knife. Please come in." Then I eat them.
Okay, could you instead?
Yeah.
For example, in the evening time, you go somewhere, you walk up to someone's house. It's evening time. You're
Okay.
not in a gimp suit. I really want to
I don't have
stress
to
that.
be.
You don't have
No.
to be. Maybe you could, because you are blind, you could have a cane. Clearly, you have no eyes.
Yes.
You ring
You
the
have
doorbell.
sunglasses in your face instead?
Or you could have them.
I'm waiting for
if
the
you-
science to catch up with the
if you
theory.
read-
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't tell them this. If you want, you could have the sunglasses. Maybe you make them a little bit disheveled, maybe
Okay.
broken or whatever, and you then knock on the door and you say, "Hello, hi. I've been mugged.
Okay.
I am lost.
I don't know where my
need
dog
help.
is. It might
I've
have run
lost
into your
my-
house.
Oh my god!
Can I come in and look for it?
I'm lost. I need some help.
I've lost my dog. It's in your house. Let me in.
I'm
No.
lost. I need some help. Hey, could I come in and
Hey,
like,
can I use your
you
phone?
Can I use your phone to call my friend Steve?
Okay.
Why?
Well, you can clearly see he's got some.
Hello, sir.
He's been.
What's up?
Hi, can I? Sorry to bother you at such a late hour. Can I use your phone to call my friend Steve?
That's what you're leading with. Not I've been robbed. Not I need help.
He met.
How are you so bad at
He
this?
met this girl.
What
met
are you
this girl.
talking about?
Steve did, and he just doesn't know what to do. So I just need to call him.
What? So do you,
How are
sorry.
you this bad?
I just need to call him and talk him through it because he's like not very good with women.
I've shut the door.
No,
I'm the next door neighbor.
No one is letting you in to call your friend Steve.
to talk
Well, what the
about
hell's
women.
Steve gonna do?
Well, not Steve doesn't
I don't
exist.
care about Steve.
I care about this man that's rocked
I'm
up
a
at my door.
random- So
I'll go to a payphone.
Okay, yeah, go to a payphone.
All right, you go to
Okay,
a
you
payphone.
go to a payphone. You
You're
pick
in a
up the phone.
payphone.
I call Steve.
Who's Steve?
He's my friend at Boca Raton. He met this girl. He doesn't know what to do.
All right, so you call Steve.
Okay. Hey, yeah, it's me, Steve.
Man, how
hey, Jack.
how you doing, man?
Yeah, pretty good. Have I met a girl or have I lost a girl? What's the motivation?
You just met a girl at Boca Raton. You just like don't know what to
at a
do.
poker tournament.
No, at Boca Raton. It's a place in America.
I thought you were.
This is an expensive call.
I thought you were slurring your speech.
Hey, Steve, hurry up.
Hey, sorry.
Because this is an international call.
So yeah, what's up, man?
I just heard you met this girl. I just wanted to chat.
Yeah,
I
no,
thought I'd just
yeah.
be like a shoulder you could lean on.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, she's doing really good. Yeah,
Okay, everything's
man.
worked out.
Yeah, I met her. We're we're having
I'm really glad to hear that.
This Friday we're going out for our 4th date. It's
Oh
been
my
pretty
God,
good.
4th date?
Yeah, dude, it's been.
I had old information, I guess, Steve. I'm so sorry to
Yeah,
bother you.
Where did you get your
What
information
information
from?
do you have?
Facebook.
Sorry. That I just. What
You
was
said
it?
it's complicated.
It's complicated. I mean,
Is that an old status update?
Oh no! See, I don't really know what I'm like. I'm trying to deactivate my Facebook account.
Oh
I
my
think I
God,
might have
that's so embarrassing.
I think I
I've been
might have
telling
just
people that
accidentally-
you're having
Yeah,
all
dude.
kinds of relationship
Oh
problems.
no! I only met her recently, and
Yeah.
yeah, like I don't know. I'm sick of social media, so I went to try and deactivate
I get it,
But thank you
dude.
for letting me know, because again, I'm all.
Yeah, it says it's complicated,
Yeah, I
so
haven't
I was
actually
just
logged
like,
on in, like,
I was really concerned for you.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
Hey, I'm sorry. And also, this call's
yeah.
really expensive because
Oh,
it's
yeah,
international.
yeah,
So I'm just gonna say,
Yeah, do you
hey,
need me to
good
send
luck.
you some? Yeah, thank you. You need something like I can send you. I can Venmo you some money or something.
I don't think I
helps?
need money anymore. I'm pretty sure I don't
Okay.
need money.
That's cool, dude. Oh well, congratulations, new job or like inheritance or something.
No, I got bit by a vampire.
No way.
Yeah,
For
dude, it's
real?
really changed my life, but I'm really struggling to find people to eat. So
Oh yeah.
I was kept on asking people to use the phone to call you, but
Oh,
then I
yeah.
realized I could just call you on a payphone.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough.
You remember that Drake song? Used to call me on a payphone.
Yeah,
phone?
yeah.
Is there someone else here?
Hello.
I'm gonna have to hang up with you.
Sorry,
Steve.
someone calling in the. Is
Hello?
someone,
I think somebody's on the line.
Hello? Oh, it's just
well,
one of
good
those weird mixed. Hello? Oh.
And what are you doing? Let's follow the riff here.
Okay. I was on the phone trying to call my friend Greg, who lives in Arkansas,
Okay.
and the lines got mixed up. Greg, was that you? I'll try again later.
Beautiful. And that's how I'll find victims.
Well, okay, so now you're in a payphone
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
You've spoken to your friend Steve.
Okay, I've sorted that out.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do?
You need to eat still. It's nighttime. You've got no eyes.
Okay. This is like the best old school adventure game ever. Quest 8. You have in your inventory no eyes.
Oh, I got. Okay, I hate to link this all back.
Yeah.
You call a number like maybe for a journalist and you say, "Hello, I'm a vampire. Would you like to interview me?"
I'm a vampire with no eyes. Can you interview me on your show?
I guess they say no. Because they shoot. Like, if I get a call,
Yeah.
okay, we get an email.
Yeah.
The email says, "Dear Plumbing the Death Star, my name is Dracula.
Yeah.
I'm a vampire. I'd love to come on the show and talk about being a vampire."
Yeah, that's true.
We see that and we say, well,
First off, we very rarely do interviews.
yeah.
I don't think you've listened.
we look at the email and we go, huh, weird spam, and then we ignore it.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you think a journalist is going to do when you just hit them up being like, "Hello, I'm a vampire
Well, I'll
with no
just go to
eyes,"
the news.
but you need to be invited in?
Well, not. I just go to wherever the building is. I just
Yeah,
wait out the front.
Yeah,
Well, I see someone that looks
in
like.
your gimp suit?
Yeah.
in the
You
middle
tell
of
me
the
they're not
day.
going to want to interview me eventually?
No.
Yes, I'm telling you that they absolutely will not want to
Yeah, dude.
interview you.
Well, dude,
All of these things, the fact you just keep loitering in places in a gimp suit means that the police are going to get called. They're going to take your mask off. You're going to die.
You could, for example, because a lot of these have a lobby, which is accessible via the public.
Okay.
Even though it is, you could just go there and ask the front desk.
Yeah.
Or hell, you could be like, hopefully not in your gimp suit, but hey, hi.
I guess I'll
sorry.
come in the evening.
And you lean into the fact that you can't see, you have
Yeah.
no eyes. Maybe you just like,
And you
hello,
need
I
to call
use-
your friend Steve.
No, we sorted that out.
I need to use the bathroom, and then you could wait in there for some victims.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Eat people at the journalism factory.
Yes, the journalism factory.
Yeah.
Just
nice.
do it. I don't know. How starving are you?
How many guys do I need to eat?
I don't know.
Is it like
with
one a day, one a week? Am I like a snake where I can eat one and be good for a month? I don't know.
Generally with vampires, it's never really said like how often they need
Yeah.
to eat.
It
But I
seems to
do
be like
think, once a
one.
week.
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, once a week.
Once a week, maybe a fortnight.
Just
Maybe it's
wait-
like a snake.
Yeah.
Just wait in a public toilet.
Yeah, I can eat a guy in a public
Yeah,
toilet.
you could eat a guy in a pub.
That's fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
That's fine. That's good.
Yeah, it
Do
just
get
means
him while
that
he's
Truck
pissing.
stop.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
a lot of it's going to be hard once you pluck out your eyes. Move one.
But I'm gonna need
Could you?
that.
Okay. So where you live currently,
Yeah.
You pluck out your eyes.
Okay.
Do you reckon you could walk to a public toilet from there without seeing?
I think it would be hard, and I might get hit by a car.
But you reckon you could do it?
I think I could generally
So you
figure out where
know,
I
like
was.
you know vaguely.
In the area where I live,
Yeah.
yes, because I'm very familiar with it.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Because
If I'm anywhere else, you put me in a foreign city and you say
Yeah.
find a public toilet,
Not
I'm
happening.
hit by a car like that.
sometimes it's hard to find a foreign toilet.
Foreign toilet.
Sometimes it's hard to find a public toilet in a foreign place, regardless.
Yeah.
I know where there is a public toilet from, like, you know, from the studio.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I could walk there without being able to see.
Okay.
Because I'm so familiar with sight.
Yeah.
I reckon I could maybe get in the general direction, but it's going to take me a long time, and I probably will get hit by many a car.
Yeah, okay.
I think I could do one from my house.
But
It's
so much what you're doing is relying on sight.
Yeah.
No, but
See, I was going to say, oh yeah, when the pavement ends and then like,
Yeah.
the road begins and the next. Oh yeah, I know there's that. Like I
Yeah.
know there is definitely in between, sure, but I don't know how many it is.
Yeah.
I reckon
think I could.
I reckon I could do it because to get from my house to the public toilet.
Yeah.
And I'm not the one who's claimed that I'm tearing out my
Okay,
eyes,
that's
but
fair.
I reckon I could do it because I think that there's like very distinct sound.
I'm kind of thinking the
differences.
same thing for me. I know where the major roads are. I know what the is around. I know where
I would love
when to turn.
I would love to get both of you blindfolded.
Oh, me too.
and I want to test this.
Yeah.
Because I reckon no.
Do you reckon you could? What if we?
Without getting hit by a car. Getting hit by a car is a tricky one.
Again, tough hurdle.
For safety reasons, I guess a few of us will be there, and we'll be like, "When would you like to
To
cross the
scream,
street?"
look out when a
Be
car's
like-
coming.
Or just be next to you, and if you're like, "I'm going to walk now," we'll be like, "No, you're not."
Oh,
one death.
yeah, because you can't. Sound won't really help you because cars
Yeah.
on major roads are doing like 60 or 70 kilometers an hour.
So just hearing a car is not enough.
Well, because you probably won't hear it from,
Yeah.
like, as in you won't get an indication of.
Do you reckon? Okay, what if we reduce it? Obviously, we're talking a big game. Do you think you could get from the front of the studio,
Yeah.
from the front door to the back door with your eyes closed?
Yeah, easy. It's pretty much a straight line.
It is a straight shot,
Yeah,
but there is a bit of curves.
I
You gotta
think it'd
have-
be interesting to try.
You got to
would be
say
really,
without
really-
what? Like without hitting, without bumping into a wall.
Yeah, or without bumping into a wall.
tripping, because you got to get some caveats here. Because as JD said, it is pretty much a straight shot.
Yeah.
Bearing
Once
in
you
Well,
mind-
what
Why-
about if you had to from the front of the studio and you have to hit every room on the way down? Do you reckon you could do that?
Well, yeah, but it depends on if you, like, can we just touch the wall?
I suppose. Yeah, I suppose if it's going to
Your
be a.
silly little game doesn't
Yes,
make
it can.
sense.
I'm just trying to think of a microcosm that's we're less likely to get hit by cars.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
what
yeah,
if you
yeah.
went from the studio to the nearest shop?
I think I could do that. Yeah.
without opening
Your eyes.
anyone else's doors,
Yeah.
or anything else on the way to that shop, and you have to be like, "This is the shop that I want to go in." And
I reckon I could
Or-
figure it out from the various rises and the walls around.
Okay. All right. Okay. Maybe how from the front of the studio.
Yeah.
To say upstairs, and I want you to take a drink from the upstairs bathroom tap, the furthest from the door.
I reckon I could do
There's two
it.
taps.
I think I've got that in me. I think
Yeah?
that's easy.
Yeah.
I think I could do it with my eyes closed.
All right.
Which I think small microcosm, and then you expand that out. I could
you
be a
just
vampire
practice?
with no eyes. Yeah.
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 And I'll just hide in public toilets and I'll just eat guys until the future comes. And then the scientists will give me new eyes.
Uh-huh.
And then I can.
Why don't you just keep your eyes?
Because the whole thing at the beginning. What if I'll get sun in them?
Yeah, but then why not just go out at night? You're sacrificing your eyes for.
That's how we got here. Right.
You're sacrificing your eyes solely so that you can go out during the day.
Cool stuff happens during the day. Not much is on at night.
Night is the best time.
Wear sunglasses.
No,
Where
I'm
no.
not allowed to wear sunglasses,
Oh,
apparently.
you could wear a hat and sunglasses.
Well, I'll do that then. So there's nothing from a vampire you would want to learn.
All right. So yes. Right. Okay.
Oh, wait, you
Vampire.
gotta be careful with the hat, though, because there's those little holes in the top. Gotta make sure that there's no.
Like drills into my brain.
All right. Well, you got to wear a hard hat or something.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
with no
Hard hat
anyway,
and sunglasses,
all right. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Good
so
look.
now, all right. Why would we interview a vampire?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in the past, if vampires historically did actually exist,
Yeah.
and you're interviewing a vampire around the time that like Dracula and stuff is coming out, that's probably interesting because we have less easily accessible access to knowledge. So you'd be like, hey, brother, you've lived for 400 years
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
tell me about them past.
Well, to be honest, you could kind of get anyone from like 100 years ago, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like, at any point in time, like, sure, we can say right now, like, oh yeah, I remember what it was like in the blur. But, it's all subjective.
Well,
Yeah,
that's kind of a problem, though, isn't it?
But
Because
interviewing one person will result in that too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because and it's kind of a weird issue where, like, say somebody's lived through the Black Plague till
Yeah.
now, and you're like, what was it like? And they're like, I spent most of the time indoors.
Okay.
You're like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it was nighttime for me the whole time.
Yeah. You're like, actually, you're getting one person's perspective of a historical event. It has some value, but you don't like get an overview of everything that
Well,
happened.
it depends how
Like
old
right
they
now,
are.
say somebody in the distant future,
Yeah.
we're vampires.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody asks you about a historical event you lived through.
Oh yeah,
Are
oh
you
yeah.
going to provide them with what you would
A
consider?
satisfying
Yeah.
answer.
So we are vampires.
Yeah.
It is the year, let's
23rd,
say
300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And then we can kind of be like, okay, cool. And they want to ask about, say, COVID.
Yeah.
And we're like, what was that experience like? And we're like, well, it sucked mostly.
I was
Kinda
indoors
went
a lot.
Indoors a lot.
Yeah. I was a
Yeah.
podcaster, so I was lucky I could keep doing my job over Zoom.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people were mad because they couldn't do much. But yeah, I don't know.
Like, yeah, we kind of knew that.
Well, like
Anything-
even like September 11.
Yeah.
I'm like, it interrupted a TV show that I would usually watch before school.
Yeah, I
it
was like 6.
Yeah.
It was
So
the
I
middle of
don't
the
know.
night for me, and so that was a watch it live, which was kind of like, what's fuck? But once again, I was quite young.
Yeah.
like,
And even stuff where they're like, tell us about the Gulf War.
No.
Some secrets I'll take to my grave.
Yeah.
Secrets?
Let me show you this photo of Saddam Hussein's hole, though.
You kept that?
Yeah.
All these years?
Dude, his hole rocks.
It is a good hole. He's got one of the best.
It's good to just like build a hole to hide in
Yeah.
and then put a fan in it.
But where are you? But it's also like, if you're going to hide in a hole, you want it to be a cool hole.
I don't know. I just feel like that if you go into the efforts to put an exhaust fan in your hole,
Yeah.
you could probably build something. But I
Build a
guess
better
you're
hole.
hiding.
Yeah. It's not, this
You
hole is
don't-
not, it's not a luxury hole.
Yeah, no, it's just a standard hole
Yeah.
to protect
Saddam Hussein.
from the army.
Yeah, see, this is the
Yeah.
kind of quality information.
I had to quickly answer a message that I checked out. Yeah, you're talking about holes. What?
We're talking about Saddam Hussein's hole.
You know the hole he hid in?
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
what
his,
about it?
not
Yeah.
his asshole.
I know.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
to think about Saddam Hussein's hole, and now I'm there.
We're
Right,
just
okay, what
laughing
about
about how he made a shitty hole, but then
Yeah.
there was a fan in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You
then
gotta
we were
stay
saying,
cool.
but actually maybe that makes sense because you want to stay
Of
cool
course
in the
you do.
hole.
Well,
Yeah.
And then I was like, but yeah,
how
if
do
you
you
make
explain
it,
that to a journalist?
no, but I was also saying like, if you've got enough time to put a fan in the hole,
Yeah.
then why not make something better than a hole? But then I was like, but then the army were looking for him, and then I went, the army. Was it the army that were looking for him?
yeah.
Someone
don't-
was trying to find that guy.
Well, and they got him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Was it the army?
Yeah.
Who else would
Or
it be?
was it that their guys?
I don't think so.
Did
See,
a
this is
rock
the kind
turn
of-
on Saddam?
Imagine I'm interviewing you in the year.
Am I thinking of Gaddafi? He got fucked up by his own guys. I'm
I
pretty
think this
sure.
interview is over.
Yeah. I was like, so yeah, if you're the journalist, like, so what of note?
They made Gaddafi fuck his own ass. That's crazy.
That
That is
crazy.
What a terrible man. So,
yeah.
yeah, we have, oh wow, it's like, yeah, what is our legacy? Not much.
Yeah, nothing. But I guess then if you're not going to ask a vampire about that, you're just like, hey, what's it
I don't
like?
think I would give a shit about a vampire's legacy because, yeah, chances are.
I just meant our own.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
the regular human being,
Yeah.
if they get turned into a vampire, what's
Yeah.
their legacy? Jack shit.
Well, because again, you're thinking about like interviews. Generally, like why do people like who has something to say or why they're being
Yeah.
interviewed? Mostly, it's because they want to they have something to say about a particular thing.
I was turned into a vampire.
Yeah.
I guess that's
As
what
oppo-
you'd
yeah,
interview.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty interesting.
And as opposed to like about certain things, like
Yeah.
you're not going to interview, say, one of us clearly about anything that's
Yeah.
happened in history.
Yes.
But as if like my lived-in experience is that I was turned into a vampire. I
Yeah,
guess you'd be like,
that might be interesting.
That might be interesting. So it's like, okay, but then it's like, yeah, someone's like, hey, I'm a vampire, and I lived through the turn of the century.
Yeah.
I was around then, so from 1900, right? So I am that person. you want to interview me. Or
Okay.
I'm like, and then what are you asking? Because you're like, okay, cool. Well,
Is President Truman cool?
I'm like, well, I never
No.
met them. I never met them, to be honest. So I
think
spent
I would-
most of my time, because that's the thing, we probably want a bit more information about
Yeah.
them. So like, okay, so you're a vampire, so you've lived this many years. What did you do during those 100
Yeah,
years?
yeah.
And
Stayed
then from
inside.
Yeah.
he goes, like, oh, well, for the first, say, 20 years, I was in my coffin, didn't
Right.
do much. I was in this kind of like torpor, which is kind of like sleep at night.
Okay.
Then I got up, and there was some like, some fighting, which made things easy for me to eat some lads.
Which fighting? So you ate corpses in a war?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's
Yeah.
I want to know about that.
I don't know what war it was. I just know that it was
what
corpses.
war it
to eat.
was.
Yeah.
You didn't ask anyone?
No, I was
I guess you were in
hungry
the
mostly,
coffin
yeah.
and then you came out.
Yeah.
Did you read the news?
No.
Can you
See,
read?
no. Once again, I was pretty poor when I got
Okay.
10.
Illiterate. Yeah.
Never learned how to read.
Never learned. Had hundreds of years. Never
No
learned.
one to teach me.
No, yeah, fair enough.
Night school didn't happen until.
yeah, okay.
Did you
Much
teach
later in
yourself
the
to
day.
read?
Well,
Can you
readings,
teach yourself anything?
readings are a weird one where we don't have a bit of our brain dedicated to it, so it's not natural
Yeah,
to read.
Yeah.
it's not instinctual.
It's not
right?
innate, but everybody could be taught to read.
Yeah.
So and once you start reading, bits of your brain start to blah, 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 blah. So it's not there already, but it is also innate to being a human being,
So
which
that
makes it a
means
very weird
you
thing.
can't read? You can't teach yourself to read?
No, I don't
And
think
you
so.
can't read?
Yeah, I can't read, dude.
Well, yeah, because like I guess I'm like looking at a thing and I'm like, oh,
There's
what
symbols,
does
mate.
That, what
Yeah.
does,
There's still symbols.
yeah,
Yeah.
but like, what does that mean?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
How do you go?
Right now? Could you, without any prompting, try and figure out,
Another
say,
language?
Mandarin?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
No.
Same concept,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
dude. You see it. There are symbols. You can be like, oh yeah.
I mean, unless those symbols, unless you see the Mandarin for apple in front of an apple,
Yeah.
you're just not getting there.
Yeah.
But you could teach yourself to read by accessing like modern,
Potentially, how you mean sure, but like say you get a kid's book,
Yeah.
and you see the word apple, and there's a picture of an apple,
Yeah.
and then it's like cool. I know that symbol means apple,
Yeah.
But if I'm just reading it, I don't know how do you pronounce? I don't know
Oh,
about-
yeah.
and
You don't know how to pronounce
Oh
it.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I want. I guess if you had heard the word apple,
Yeah.
then you can
Oh,
figure
obviously,
it out.
if you've come from a place when you don't know the
No,
word for anything,
Yeah, yeah,
then you're
yeah.
like a caveman, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
Or like,
How do you teach a baby to read?
You go, hey, yo, motherfucker.
Yeah.
This
This
A.
is an apple.
Well, it's
and this
A.
word,
apple?
yeah, that's right.
Motherfucker.
Good baby.
Eh.
Yeah. No.
Well, there are certain things when it comes to babies. It's like, they're like sponges, right?
Yeah.
So they are absorbing so much of it, just generally passing on what everyone is talking about. And also, again, it's like if there is books around, like picture books, those kind of stuff. Yeah, sure, that's how they got to learn as well.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is through osmosis, and then of course you being like, this is the alphabet,
Apple,
Yeah.
bitch.
apple,
Yeah,
and those
papella.
kind of things. And then with like even this like the mouth, there are certain
Yeah.
sounds that are like it's harder to do later. It's like when you get to the age of like 3 or 4, it's like that's when you can say these particular like
Yeah,
sounds,
for sure.
kind
Fuck,
of stuff.
cunt,
Yeah.
shit,
Pussy,
Yeah.
balls,
Balls.
shaft.
No, you're allowed to say balls as
But like
a kid.
there is some like stuff like very simple like hand sign language, like hand
yeah.
language, like those key signs kind of stuff that you can kind of teach babies.
That's true,
or
yeah,
young,
yeah.
like young children before they can actually start talking. And so it's about association.
Yeah.
It's really fascinating, very interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
so I
Absolutely.
I'm
guess-
gonna
you give
teach
to a
my baby to
vampire.
read wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, like that Paul Jennings book.
Yeah, you're gonna teach him backward?
Whoa, that's good.
Yeah.
Z is A and A
Oh,
is
interesting.
Z.
You're gonna-
What?
Okay.
What does apple mean? How do in that
How do you
world?
teach? Okay.
Z?
Hey, here's a question.
So that's Apple, but that letter A, that's actually Z.
What? Okay,
So they can still read, but they just think the letters' names are wrong, I guess.
Yeah, I was about to say, how do you teach someone wrong? Knowing what you know now, how do you teach someone wrong?
I guess you just have to say this is the wrong thing. Like, as in, like, A is not A, that's B.
So
Yeah.
So A is not A, not B? What do you mean?
No. So this symbol, a
Yeah.
B, makes the sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apple.
Yeah, okay. So
Okay,
wait,
so then
you
I would say, so Apple, I would write as B-A...
No, B, P, P.
B, yeah, B, P, P.
bubble.
No,
No,
for
but
me
that's
it's
pronounced.
Apple.
But that's pronounced Apple.
Yeah, of course. But
that's
everybody
right.
else reads it as bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good prank.
It's not even like wrong enough that it was just confusing for the kid.
Yeah, because when if they're not writing a lot, they just keep talking. Yeah, okay, you could pass me the apple. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, exactly. It's only going to become an issue when they're in prep or whatever, and their
When they
teacher
go
is
to
like,
apple.
and what does this mean? And they're like, buh. And they're like, that's wrong.
Well, no, what does this buzz sound? You're like,
They're like, oh, no. And then your kid comes home and is like, Dad, what the fuck?
And I'm like, your teacher is owned by Big Book. Big education coming for them.
I'm homeschooling you
Yeah,
from
I'm
now
homeschooling
on.
you. From now on.
Big book, C-O. Big book.
Big book. Okay.
It's
Right.
like you move out all the it's one letter across. Real confusing.
But then I stop after D because I got sick of it.
Tontish are arrested for the strangest kind of child abuse the courts have ever seen.
Yeah.
You just made the kid look like an idiot. That's all you've done.
Yeah, but it was awesome
It
while
was
it
worth
lasted.
it.
Yeah.
They-
And I'd do it again.
It's like, Mike,
You gotta lock me up for life or I'm gonna teach another kid wrong.
okay, I guess. Sure.
Well, I guess,
Yes, we do.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
let's
Can you
suppose
tell
we'll
a
do
court
that.
to give you life? Be like, if you ever
I
let
don't
me
think-
out, I'm gonna.
I don't believe the criminal has that much leverage in the court.
I mean, if you have moided somebody,
Yeah.
and then they're like, say you
No
you
remorse.
get whatever,
Yeah.
and they're like, I definitely have no remorse. And your lawyer is there being like, shut up,
yeah.
shut
And
up,
you go, hey, man.
shut up.
Hey, brother.
Hey,
This
hello.
is going really
Hey,
good.
you're
Hey.
fired, actually, lawyer. I got this.
Can a person who has representation fire them? And firing them is clearly gross incompetence.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. Can you do
Oh,
it?
actually, no. Maybe the judge does stand in and they'll be
Yeah.
You're like, dude, you're real bad at this.
Yeah.
because I think if you were to try and fire your representation when you're clearly unhinged,
Yeah.
I think the judge would then immediately be like, this is a mistrial because it's not a fair
Yeah.
We're not
trial.
Hey,
But
we are
also,
not
Yeah.
are trials fair?
Yeah,
no.
well, yeah, that's true.
Because it's lawyer v. lawyer.
Yeah.
And like one lawyer, because it's not actually whether or not someone did something or
Yeah.
not. It's whether or not the lawyer is able to convince some guys.
That's if it's
It's
a
a drama
fire.
class.
Well, yeah, that's if it's in front of a jury.
Yeah,
Most
that's
often
true.
it's not, and then so it
It's to a
depends
judge.
and it's to a judge.
And then they got to impress a
Or
judge.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Would you
So,
trust
yeah,
me
I
in a
don't
jury?
know. No.
Like if you're on trial and you see me
Wait,
in
so
the...
I'm a jury lawyer. Sorry, I'm a lawyer, and then you
You're a
could be
lawyer
like,
representing Joel Dusha for gross incompetence in raising a child.
yeah,
And then you see the
we
jury
a
and
bunch
I'm
of-
there.
because we can get like
Yeah, you
With
can
two
veto
no's.
people,
we
yeah.
can veto.
You get
There's
two.
two no's. Oh, okay, cool. All right, looking at you now.
man.
Hey man, all
Remember
right.
the podcast we three did?
Well, I mean, that immediately means you're a no because you're not allowed to know the case.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Or
that's
the, Or the
true.
people involved.
You also aren't allowed to talk. You just walk in a straight line to the.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to talk, say, like, a certain, like, you ask them some
In
basic
certain
questions?
accents? That's what I thought you were going to ask.
No. So, like.
Are you allowed to talk in a certain
Are you
accent?
allowed to talk about... Hello! Hello! Juror number 3!
Hello, it's me, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yes.
Before you veto me,
my good client, Jules Duchesne.
Wait, Mrs. Doubtfire is my lawyer?
Yes!
Oh, no.
he's just trying to get close to his kids.
Yeah, dude, come on, man.
The kids that I'm raising, bro?
Yeah, you're doing it bad, and I used to be there.
Which means that Mrs. Doubtfire, I need to fire my lawyer. Mrs. Doubtfire is going to try and get me put in prison.
Oh, 100%.
She wants her kids back.
I do want my kids back.
Yeah.
You raise them so wrong.
B is A, C is B, D is E, E is still E, because I stopped them.
Children, I think my Joel Duchesne calling me Mrs. Countfire. It's no good.
So, in this scenario, let's peel back the curtain. In this scenario, you two were married and had kids together. Then you got a divorce where Dusha got the kids.
No,
Yeah.
I was thinking what had happened was
I was there, but maybe not.
I
was
thought,
wrong.
I thought as the juror, this is where I thought the riff was going. I thought I, as the juror, was going to give you my Mrs. Doubtfire accent as a way to stay on as part of the jury. But then my section of the riff we ignored, and Zabit became Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay,
what
so
did you think was going on?
here's what I thought happened. In my head,
Yeah.
Zamet and his in this riff mystery wife
Yeah.
had children.
Okay.
And then got divorced, and then I was raising the kids wrong. And then Zamet
So
came
you were
as
just an
Mrs.
interested
Cartfire.
third party
No.
who got the kids?
Well, yeah, or like a
Oh, you-
stepdad.
Okay,
all
okay.
I'm the Pierce Brosnan of
Okay, I
Mrs.
see.
Doubtfire,
Okay,
is what I thought.
Right.
And then you were coming back in
What
as
happened
Mrs.
to our wife?
I guess she's just around.
She's in the court
Why
sort of
was
crowd.
she complacent with you raising our kids
I
fine?
did
know.
it in secret.
What did you think was happening?
Yeah, I thought we had raised children,
Okay.
me and JD, and that we had got a divorce, and then Indusha got custody.
Yeah.
And then I found out that,
And then you decided to represent
for some
me
reason,
as
the
Mrs.
best way.
Proudfire?
Yeah.
Well, I'm Doubtfire, but because you raised our kids wrong.
They think you're
They
Mrs.
thought I was
It's spelled Mrs. Crowdfire.
No, it's spelled
Well,
Mrs.
no,
Doubtfire, but it's
Doubtfire.
pronounced Mrs. Crowdfire.
Well,
No, it's pronounced Mrs.
Doubtfire.
okay.
But no, you stopped at D.
No, I stopped at E. No, sorry, I stopped at D. D and E are both still E when the kid writes it down.
So
Or reads
D and
it.
E are both E.
Yeah.
See what I mean? He shouldn't have the kid.
I agree. Well, I do love the version of Mrs. Doubtfire where Robert Williams not only is like, I'm Mrs. Doubtfire, I'm also the lawyer. Like, that's great.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure what happens in court is both sides get
Yeah.
the list of jurors and like the basic information.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, they do. And then they can ask them questions.
Not their
and stuff.
names,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
yeah.
You can basically be like, what do you think about X? What do you think about Y? This is going to be relevant to your...
You can kind of look at them through, like, right now, all my information is now coming from, I guess, the Devil's Advocate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where they talk about, no, you don't want that guy on the jury because of he's wearing shoes or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And, like, those particular shoes are like, not like, he's wearing shoes. I'm a more barefoot juror. He's wearing a particular kind of shoe, which means that they're more educated in this
Yeah,
kind of thing,
okay.
blah, blah, blah. And so that's why they go through it all.
Well,
So, yeah,
one of my friends that is a lawyer was telling me that like things like if you like people do things like if anyone works in healthcare and there's a drink driving case,
Oh, yeah.
immediately they'll get rid of that person because they'll be like they've seen
They know what can... Yeah,
they've
what can come
seen
from that.
what
Absolutely.
happens with drink driving, so they will not be lenient.
They will
Yeah.
not be, no.
Yeah.
Anyone that's like a teacher or anything like that, you don't want them involved with anything. Like anyone that works with kids, you don't want anything to do with
Okay,
children's
Jackson
cases.
Bailey, he's a podcaster.
And what's this? Oh no,
And
actually,
it's man who is grossly incompetent to a child.
which is basically podcasting. I think that this man needs to
Oh,
go,
but
but
the-
I want him to stay.
You want him to stay, but then it's like podcasting. Are you putting podcaster in brackets comedy, or are you putting just podcaster on your jury selection?
Okay,
kind
yeah.
of form?
If you had
What
to
are you
fill in a
putting down?
form
Yeah.
for jury,
I guess I would just say
pod.
podcast. I would depend on if there was like a drop down menu, which occasionally there is,
It
and
would
stuff
say
like
media.
this. Media is probably what I'd pick, or entertainer maybe.
So media
I always
or
go media
entertainment?
because it makes me feel less like an ape at a zoo.
Yeah, I
Cool.
go entertainer.
Yeah.
Then I'll let whoever sees it be the judge.
Yeah.
That
Where
would
do you
just-
think I should go? Do you reckon maybe a presenter?
Yeah.
Do you think maybe I am a clown?
Yeah, circus clown.
Circus clown? Is that what you think
I think if
might
someone
be?
thought that
Or
I
do
was
you
a clown,
think
that would
I
be
am
the
gay
end of
for
me.
pay?
Oh,
And if
that's
so,
the best kind of
how
entertainment there
much?
is. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I always put entertainer.
Yeah, me too.
I go
So
media.
I probably put entertainer or media down there. And then obviously my name and birth date and all of that.
Yeah.
What else do they ask?
I don't know.
Usually about like let's just say it's a job and
Yeah.
like a name or whatever.
God, I want to
Age,
go on
guess.
jury duty
Me
so
too.
bad.
I think it'd be fun.
Everyone I know that's been summoned for it isn't excited.
Yeah.
Get me in there. But I know that I have a memorable face, so I
Yeah.
hope it's not a bad case because they will come for me.
Yeah.
I got selected, but because I had my partner said they broke her knee at the time, and
Yeah.
like, I run a business. I can't
that
do it
sucks.
because I was kind of caring for her,
Yeah.
and also I'm like, well, like I'm the one running this thing,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
have to decline.
That's
and I
so
was
sad,
excited.
man.
I was
They
so
offer me jury
excited.
duty. I say, hey, boys, I'm not recording for however long this takes.
Yeah.
I'm off to court.
Do you reckon? Do you think this is something I think? I think if I went on jury duty, I'd make a really good friend. Like one
really
of the
good-
other jurors, like I think I'd get
yeah.
on really well with him, make a
Go have
lifelong
lunch
friend.
with them?
Yeah.
In recess? In recess,
Yeah.
go get a sandwich?
Go get a sandwich together and like find out about their lives and just become like really good pals.
I think I would try and get a juror addicted to smoking. I'd also take up smoking for the, like, man, this is a really stressful case. Want a
Oh,
cigarette?
yeah, that's good. That's really. It's funny you not smoking and being like, "Is that your first cigarette?" No, I've been smoking all my life.
Yeah, since I was 14.
I think if I didn't like whoever they picked to be like jury leader,
Yeah.
I would try and usurp.
Yeah,
I would-
absolutely.
or at least have a coup.
This
Like
guy's
a-
an idiot.
I think at a point.
I try and make clicks.
Yeah.
Huh?
Make it a really toxic environment. I think that's the
how
vibe.
does it work?
Once again, I'm not a lawyer. Everything I'm getting is from like television.
Yeah, based on
and-
TV shows, you
You
sit
go-
and watch the trial.
Yep.
Yep.
And then there obviously during the breaks you and if sometimes you stay in like you would go into the city or you
Yep.
would go so you're really close to the courthouse and so you're in isolation I think as well.
It
Yeah.
also depends on like how high profile it
Yeah.
is. Because if it is very high profile, like you might have access to say internet or like those. Kind of
Oh my
communications.
god! Imagine that. Get
bring a
someone,
book. Yeah.
someone's to jury duty, and they're like, "Brother, you're in a hotel, and give me your phone." I'll be
Yeah.
like, "Goodbye, loved ones. Goodbye, friends. I'm not allowed to watch TV."
Yeah, they also
Yeah.
you might even have like restricted access to TV.
Yeah, media
Oh, yeah.
blackout. Yeah, absolutely,
So,
very possibly.
And I believe you have to pick, say, who's going to be like the person when the judge is like,
Yeah.
what did the jury find, and they can stand up, and you can be like, well, we're still, we don't know yet.
Yeah.
Because the jury
They're
have
like,
to.
Jerry, what have you found it? And it's me, and I say, Grillty. Oh, fuck, I go again.
Yeah, and then it was
This
like,
was
yeah.
a big case. You're on television. You said Grillty.
Oh my god, don't show my face.
This trial's been thrown out for a mistrial because Grillty is not guilty or not guilty.
The judge being like, okay, and the jury finds them guilty. I got you saying it, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
A mistrial.
Mistrial's done again.
Yeah, this has
From
been
the
a
top,
long 6
from the
months,
top.
Bob. We gotta relocate.
Top.
Arrest that Grillty man.
Wait, is it me? Am
Yeah,
I?
it's you.
Okay.
You're arrested for
Making
tampering.
Yeah. So I guess,
But yeah,
if you
does
were
the
an
jury-
entertainer or media, I'd look at this and be like, oh, well, if
Well,
if
no,
it's
if
a high
actually-
profile
Yeah.
case, you'd be maybe like, nah.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
absolutely.
I gotta
Nah.
make sure that I don't put media. I
Yeah.
just realized if I say media,
Yeah,
I'm not
dude.
getting selected for shit.
I know.
Absolutely.
Remember one time we almost got like selected, like that we were living. We were like, the Nielsen ratings, whatever. They were going to send us a box, and I was so excited.
Yeah, how
we got to
fun.
be that one of like, say, 20 million people that one house represents.
Yeah.
Ratings are stupid.
Oh, yeah.
But then I was like, yeah, sign me up, and they were like, cool. What's your job? I'm like, podcast. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they were like, oh, what in? And I was like,
Maybe
comedy.
not.
And they were like, let me have a. I need to talk to my boss, and I knew from that moment we
Yeah,
were never
that
going to get a little box,
sucks, man.
and we didn't.
Well, it would have been funny because what you would have been watching was
Not the TV.
Jackson and Adam play PlayStation 4 at 4 in the morning.
Yeah. Perfect time.
Good times.
Good, you were getting good ratings on that. 20 million people. were
Many people were loving you two playing the PS. Right, so going back to a vampire. Why would you ever interview a vampire? The only thing you're interviewing with them, unless they were like a very well-known person, for example, if it was like
George Washington.
George Washington came back from the dead and was like, not only am I a vampire, but I am also George Washington.
Former president. Well, that van
yeah.
is full on just driving on the footpath.
Sure is.
Sorry, I
They-
got distracted.
Yeah, dude, they love to drive well here.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
going on? Maybe building? There's a level. Okay.
There's a couple of vans out the front
Two
of the
vans.
studio.
One's on the footpath or sidewalk.
Are we about to get ram raided? Are we
Maybe.
about
to
to
get the
here?
electricity turned off?
If this episode just stops, that's why. That's crazy that we uploaded it in that scenario.
Yeah, so unless that, like, the vampire is someone of note, like
Yeah.
a politician.
Yeah.
And the only way you'd be like, right,
There's
wait,
a man
right away,
coming to the door now.
we'll figure it out. Or they just bypass the door. You have a select kind of view of what we're seeing.
Yeah, that's
Don't worry.
true.
Hey, man, not for you right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Focus on here with your boys.
present.
Be
Yeah,
present
but-
in the moment, vampires.
You've put me in front of an open window.
Yeah.
And vampires.
This hasn't been a problem before.
Yeah, that's
You've
true.
been able to see outside
Yeah.
from the whole time we've been in the studio.
Well, nothing good's been happening out there. Now there's a van and a man.
Exactly. And,
Are you telling me you're not distracted by a
I'm
van?
not.
I'm not.
I lost interest.
No.
I lost interest too until a man almost came to the front door. Then I was
just
like,
walked
That's the most exciting thing that can happen. You're right.
I mean, look.
a man comes to the door.
Across the
and-
road, sometimes there is a cat that jumps on the roof. I've lovingly named that cat Roof Puss.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
if
that
I
makes
was to
sense.
see Roof Puss, yes, I would be distracted. I'm currently looking for him.
A man
but
comes
they're
to the
not
door
there.
all the time.
Whatever.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it's Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it was Adam, I know what's going on.
Yeah.
But the fact that a van erratically pulled up outside the studio and then a man got out, I was like, what's going on? The answer, it turns out, was nothing. Nothing is going on. He didn't come to the door.
A man in a van comes. We get deliveries all the time.
Yeah,
it
but
could be that.
I
If
know
it's
those
it could,
vans.
yeah, I know, but clearly it says like an electrical van right now. It could be like, oh, hey, there's a power line now, maybe, or like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know, did we we getting work done? No, they got the wrong address. Either way,
Yeah, I guess that's not exciting. Also, I don't live here, so it doesn't really make a difference to
Doesn't affect
anything.
you.
because it could have been like, oh yeah, no, there's like I don't know, there's something going on where there's like a big spark. Every time we turn this thing on, it's go boom.
Yeah.
And I maybe forgot to tell you, but no, not for us.
I saw that the man had Red Bull and got distracted. He had a
went to the
Red
shops.
Bull. He went to the shop.
Where are the shops?
And I would like to say I didn't even see the man, so I wasn't. I was back in.
The man got Red Bull, and I was like, "What the hell? That's crazy."
And now the van's leaving, so yeah, he just went to
God,
the
the
shop.
man's going because I don't know if we can take much more excitement, dude.
How is it that I am the one with an ADHD diagnosis?
Well, you're the only one who's medicated.
Yeah, I know. So yeah.
Okay,
I
the
think we
Red
just need
Bull
a
man
big-
is gone.
Okay, we need a big bowl of just medication and Skittles outside.
that'd
And I'm
be
like,
awesome.
guys,
When you
you're
come
either
in-
going to get some Ritalin or you're going to get a Skittle.
a
Either
win-win.
way, close your eyes and lucky
It's a
dip.
win-win either way.
Cool. So
I-
vampire. Interviewing a vampire, why would it be good? The only the reason of why you would ever interview a vampire, in my opinion, would be like, yes, if they were someone of note now, they were like a businessman, a politician,
A
someone
man with a
who's-
van that's
a man
bought a
with a van
12
who's
pack
pulling
of
up
Red
to-
Bull.
Yeah.
I don't think
Again,
you buy
he's
12
not
pack
a
of Red
four-pack,
Bull.
it was a
You
four-pack.
can.
He's not even there, and we're still distracted.
If you're that man with that van who bought a 4-pack of Red Bull that Jackson said is a 12-pack, let us know in the comments. Was it good? Where were you off to?
And on that note, I've been Joel.
And I've also been Joel. The only interesting thing about a vampire is that they're a vampire. That's the only reason you should interview them.
Honestly, thought you were going to say other than he had a van. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Vampire. Who gives a shit? Like, it's just like, do you care what I did today? Then why do you care what a vampire did
I mean,
today?
I might care. I know you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know me, the
People know
listeners.
you.
Yeah.
It's parasocial. You don't
Yeah.
actually know me. Just kidding. If I'm your good friend and I need money, sign up to Sandsmith Plus.
We're your good friends.
We're your good friends.
And we can do with some walking around money. We're such good friends.
My pockets are so empty.
Sign up to the Bad Brand Boys. Okay, right now, you're good friends. If we're good friends, you help out good friends.
It's like buying us a coffee every month.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
2 p.m. now. I can drink.
Yeah.
And no one will question. No one will bat an eye.
Thank you, listeners. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. My pockets are so empty.
Oh, damn it.
I want to go buy a 4-pack of Red Bull with that man, but it's too poor.